JayIce. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Alright YouTube, welcome back to JayIce Wealth Voyage. We'll be talking about budgeting with your finances. Like I said, this is luxury budgeting. Giving y'all little tips and perks on what I do with my budgeting. So I just came across this book, Budgeting 101. I just started reading it. I ain't really got too much, you know what I'm saying, far, but some stuff I already basically knew about that I want to talk about today and actually show y'all. Because I don't know if y'all know this, but 2023, I budgeted that whole year. Like when I say the whole year, like extremely the whole year, from January to December. And I seen the power of what budgeting can do. Within that year, I made the biggest power moves I probably made. I started a tour business. I still had a 9-to-5. I was working for Amex at the time as a travel consultant. What else I did? I was able to move out again until where I'm standing right now with the budgeting skills and the finance and the investment, the risk, the percentages and everything, what you're supposed to do. And I'm not gonna lie on here and say I did everything in a 100% correct way. But with reading this book helps me sharpen my mind. And one thing that I did get, I got a Microsoft Excel where I track and log all my expenses, all my incomes. And not only do that, I have a composition book too. I normally track it down manually, but I've been doing everything electronically now since like 2023. I started budgeting maybe around like 2019. 2020 I stopped. 2021 I tried, but it wasn't that good. 2022 was when I started back writing it down. And then 2023 I didn't miss an expense or income at all. But I want to show you the power of budgeting, the money you can make, the goals you can reach, writing down your goals and knowing how fast you can get them, how you're gonna get them, and making sure every dollar that come in has a job, and you're not just spending money that you don't know. And with budgeting, like I say, you put in for like luxury spending, luxury shopping, depending on your life. Like if you want Louis bag, you want a Louis shoes, you want some new chain, whatever it is, new watch, you can budget up until that. People think that budgeting is strictly for poor people, or you not basically have money and you living so minimalistic. And that's what the channel is about budgeting, making more money, and still, you know what I'm saying, enjoying life in the midst, but just being smart with it. Because I don't think it's a fine line where people be explaining that. But I'm not going to talk your head off too much without showing y'all too much. I just want to give y'all a quick introduction, and we're going to dive into everything and how I do everything. Here I'm back for part 2 of my video that I was trying to explain to y'all about budgeting. So pretty much this video is about like what I use to budget. Of course, I am not showing the manual way of writing it down right now. Right now, I'm just going to show you the electronic way. Of 2023 that I explained, I tracked basically all my expenses and my income of 2023 from January all the way to December. And I want to be able to go over that and explain certain things. So here I have January 2023, and my total income was $4,523. My expenses was $3,343. My monthly savings that I saved was $500. That's added. So after that plus my expenses, I only had $681 afterwards. So I don't mind being transparent with my expenses. So as you can see, my first check for Amex, I made $1,609.48. And then for my Amex check on the 31st, I made $1,914. And with side hustles of me doing like shoe cleaning, selling shoes, all that, I made an additional $1,000. So I didn't rely on just my Amex checks, I needed my side hustles to kick in. And as you can see, I jotted down all of my due dates, and these aren't accurate. These ain't the specific due dates, but what I did was for the due dates of when I got paid. I got paid the 15th and the 31st. Technically, they paid me early on the 13th. You're supposed to get paid the 15th and the 31st. That's why I put with my 15th check, this is what I was all paying out. So Discover, I had $100 minimum due. Platinum, I didn't have nothing to spend on that. My CD balance was 0. My cell phone bill was $251, so we already had $351. I had to pay a Navy minimum of $50, $351 was 50. We had $401. So then we go down to my car payment, which is $351 plus $401, right? $401. So that's $752 already. Plus interest I had to pay out, $752. So we had $852. Student loans, $952. Auto insurance, $952 plus $387. We almost at $12 and $1,200. Gas, shopping. I gave myself $180 shopping budget. Now this is what I was trying to tell you. So I personally gave myself $180 shopping budget. Plus I wanted to put $250 into my savings. So doing that, you can see the power of, like I was saying, like people be saying you can't do certain stuff, you can't act like this, you can't do this. It's all depends on your budget. If you wanted if you didn't have all these debt and certain stuff and you had money that you could spend, you could have spent that on anything you wanted to spend on. It didn't have to be towards shopping. It could have been going out, it could have been traveling, it could have been going to go put money to save up to go buy you that new LV purse, them LV shoes, whatever, etc. Like, but the power of budgeting, you giving every dollar that comes in a job. And this is the number one thing I think people need to really focus on. Even myself, I'm not just speaking from like I got it all down packed. Now I'm buckling back down, but this is the number one thing you have to look at. So this PSCCU is debt, loan, debt, Apple, debt, invest group. I had started an investment group to where we was all putting in money. So I put that in there. Chris Johnson, I was in a group with Chris Johnson. Excel, this platform that I'm using was $6.99. I had a Planet Fitness membership at the time, $25. I paid for my printer. This is the stupidest thing. I paid for my subscription for my printer, which is crazy, but it's $5.99. And printer back pay. This basically mean like I probably didn't pay it in the past and I just back paid it all the money. It was only $10 twice I had to pay. So that's showing that moving to February, $37.49, $29.40. And as y'all can see, I added a new income on here. It's Turo. And this is to show you why you need to see your budget and why you need to see your income. Because me working from home, I'm not driving, I'm paying my car note, I'm seeing the money go out. Now I'm buckling down on my payments. I'm like, bro, I'm tired of spending money. I'm tired of keep having to give up money. Like it was becoming a hassle. So in my head, I said, you know what? I'm tired of spending money. I'm not driving when I'm at work. Why not put my car on Turo and make money so it can pay for itself, like the car note can pay for itself. And I can go on the weekends to go do different things. So keeping your mind thinking, budgeting, I started to figure out like, hey, I'm about to put that money towards that. So y'all remember my car note was $350. Y'all remember that? $350. I made $525. Of course, with the insurance, add those together, it was a little bit over, but I'm only paying $100 and some change out of my check to cover my car note and my car insurance. So that's $600-700 that I originally had to pay. I don't have to pay that no more. Like, that's money I got freed up just from me thinking. So, and which led to me thinking about, I got so infatuated with my expenses and my bills, I started to budget more to buy a secondary car, a cash car. Had a little technical difficulty with my computer and camera went out. But I am back. So what I'm looking at, like I was just mentioning, I think I was getting ready to say that I end up coming up with this to further go and buy me a cash car. To where basically my car paying for itself and I basically have a free cash car. And I went and got a luxury car in my eyes, which is why I want to tell you. I went and bought a coupe, set it up, suited it up, wrapped it, just made it look nice. Started buying stuff little by little, and I'm still buying stuff to this day to make the car look whole. But that's the whole point. I bought it for $4,000 cash and put a good amount of money into it, little by little, over a year and some change to get it to fully of my liking. And now, look at where I'm at now. Oh, I want to go towards this. So we have this right here. If y'all can see on this is my best month. Made $6,833. My only expenses was $3,719. And as y'all can see, this is why I'm telling y'all why I have to get rid of debt. Back then, I was paying all this money and basically most of it of my expenses is debt. This is before I even moved out. Before I moved out, I had $3,700 in expenses staying at home with your parents. Like, that don't make sense. I was making $3,052 of this check with Amex, made a $1,577 on the second one. Turo, I made $730, which is great. Then I started going to casino and make money. I made $325 from the casino. Got my tax refund, $231 from the state, and $1,367 from the federal. That's what I said. I was budgeting every single dollar that came in. Haircut, what I was gonna spend for my dad's birthday, my phone bills, student loans, Discover, going to the club, because this was in March. What did I go to the club for in March? It's not when I went to the I think this is when I went to the strip club. Now this is not when I went to the strip club. I don't know what I went to the club for, but I went to the club, budgeted that out. Hotel, stay, PCU, Apple, sex therapy, car rental for whatever reason, buy my contacts, my PlayStation. Like, man. So I'm just going to finish through this one, fee 7. Started creating businesses. I made $1,100 from my escort. And this is what I want to touch on. Y'all see right here? You can start seeing the decline. I made $5,299. And my expenses was $6,092. That's terrible. Right here, I made $7,700, and now all this is net. I made $1,000, $1,500 for my check, $1,400 for my check, which ain't nothing to me. Oh, I picked up a second job, so I was working from 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Yeah, 7 o'clock to 3:30 p.m. Take a nap, and then I go to work at night from 11 to 7. So from 11 to 7 p.m. at night, from 11 p.m. to 7 in the morning, then go straight, or is it 11 to 6? I think it was 11 to 7. 11 to 7, go home, immediately clock into my other job, and from 7 to 3 I was working. So I had 2 jobs, an overnight job, and I was working like minimum 16 hours, which is stupid, but I was trying to focus on trying to move out and everything. I was just tweaking. My Nordstrom check was $406. I had a statement credit from Amex, $420 they gave me back. Turo was $603 this time. The casino I made $293. Really, I had 3 jobs because I eventually had to start helping out my dad with work, and with all the work I was doing for him, I was working. Made $789 with him. They owed me a check from last month. I got $2,047, and then somebody gave me money, $180. Look at all this. Shopping, $200. I went shopping for myself, $250. I upped that budget. Car wash, oil change, Amazon gift, Nobu. I took an ex to Nobu for dinner. I spent $237. My reserve card, my auto insurance. I had to pay for a new license, get my tire fixed. Tire went out. Nobu parking was $18. Like, bro, I was budgeting everything, bro. Another negative month. So you can see these negative months, they add up. Another big month. What did I do this month? Oh, yes. A lady wrecked my car, so I got $1,552. I finessed and got extra money. Money for my business. My pops ended up passing away. I got $1,000 toward my business. Shoes, I sold $120 worth of shoes. Toro, I made $538. Amex check was $26.64, and my other one was $14.72. I was on top of the world. Another negative month. $580. October. Positive, negative. This one I started paying rent too. Starting in October, I think rent started coming in. Nah, because that's when I moved. November is when that rent started getting on there. So, this is just a quick little overview of what me explaining why it's important to budget, the most reason for budget. People think budgeting is lame. I do not think budgeting is lame. I think it's the best way that you can get your money saved, investing, paying off debt, because you know where every dollar going without having to live stupidly. Like some people crash out. I don't think you should budget to where you don't do nothing for 6 to 7 months, because sometimes you either get into a depression or you end up crashing out. One or the other. But if you're budgeting and saying, I'm going to do as minimum spending on that and stick to that, that can be as hard, but it's better because you can still give yourself 1 day, 2 days out of the month where you go enjoy yourself and help yourself out. So I want to conclude the video with that. Thanks for tapping in. This is JayIce Wealth Voyage, and I'm back with another video.
Like, JayIce, nigga. It's the outro, nigga. Ice. Ice on my neck and I'm talking about literally. Ice in the cup when she pouring Hennessy. I beat her back and I'm beating